Sup. This is a quick video I'm doing because right now I'm just super busy that I don't actually have the time to sit down and write a script or draw anything. I mean, I still wanted to put something out there, so I thought that I would just sit down and chat. Okay, I'm literally just talking into the mic and I have nothing written down. So I'm sorry if this sounds super rambly. I promise that I'll have better quality videos out for you soon. It's just that I don't have anything in front of me right now, so I'm just winging it. So I actually did initially have a script for this, but like I said, I just don't really have the time to actually sit down and record something that's written in front of me. So I thought, why not just actually sit down and just say what I feel from the heart, you know? So while I was working on my Six of Crows video, which I highly recommend you watch, I found myself watching some videos on people analyzing Aggretsuko Season 3, and I thought that I would give my 2 cents in because I found a little pattern that I thought was pretty interesting. So, there was this one video that I ran into that I thought was pretty interesting. I'll leave a link to that in the description. It's, you know how in Season 3 there's this plotline how Aggretsuko joined the OTM girls? That's their name, right? OTM? Well, anyway, how she joined their group. The girl in the video that I just mentioned said that after she actually joined them, she took control of her own life, which I very much agree with. But at the same time, it's kind of I don't think that being a part of a music group or having Aggretsuko's music out there, like in a famous sort of way, was something that Aggretsuko actually wanted, if that makes any sense. I mean, she did have a YouTube channel where she would sing anonymously, but other than that, I don't think the show gave any other indication that that's what she wanted, you know? Like, if they showed her that she wanted to be famous for her music, but she suppressed that dream for some reason, then I would see her wanting to be a part of the OTM girls. That would make a bit more sense, but it kind of felt like everyone was kind of pushing her to be a part of the group. But I do see that she did take control of her own life, making her own choices ever since she became a part of the OTM girls. But I don't know, I just think that the show kind of forced that on her and was like, yeah, she's making her own choices now. But they didn't really show being a part of the group as something that she wanted to do initially. I mean, maybe she just wanted to be singing out her heart via YouTube channel anonymously. I mean, maybe that's just what she wanted and didn't want an actual name for herself in that way. Yeah, I'm not saying that you can't make a name for yourself on YouTube. I mean, I'm just saying that maybe YouTube was just as far as she wanted to go and not be as famous as the OTM girls or anything. But yeah, I'm glad that she took more control of her own life. And I really hope that they take that arc in Season 4, if there is going to be a Season 4. I've heard that there was going to be a Season 4, but anyway. Another thing I saw in these videos was the debate over whether or not Haida made the right choice between Aggretsuko and Inui, if that's how you say that name. I never understood how to pronounce that name. If you haven't seen Season 3, basically Haida is introduced to a new love interest, a new coworker who actually does like him. So basically think about Miraculous. In Season 3, okay, well, this is basically where the other plotline that I just talked about before and Haida's plot intertwine, if that makes sense. So throughout the whole season, Haida was trying to debate Inui or Retsuko. Wait a minute, have I been saying Aggretsuko the entire... Dang it. Her name is Retsuko. He's been trying to debate over whether or not he should be with Inui or Retsuko. There was this stalker going after Retsuko towards the end of Season 3, after she became part of the OTM girls, and she changed their music in a big way. She brought some of her heavy metal into the music. And there was a stalker that Retsuko had who did not like that at all. He was harassing her, stalking her. In the last episode, he tried to attack Retsuko on the street with a box cutter, which honestly I was not expecting at all first time I saw that. And Haida stepped in and he saved her basically, but I mean she was knocked out cold. Honestly, I kind of really like that scene. I'm sorry if I sound twisted, but I really like the trope where if a love interest gets hurt, the other one just squares up. But anyway, it was at that moment that Haida decides that he was gonna in fact stick with Retsuko, despite him knowing that she doesn't reciprocate his feelings. And Inui takes that very maturely, by the way. And a lot of people are debating on whether or not he made the right choice between someone who actually likes him versus someone who doesn't reciprocate how he feels. Now, I think that he did make the right choice because when he was with Inui, he wasn't over Retsuko. And to me, if you're going to move on from someone, then you need to be at least 90% over them before you start dating again. Because if that's the case, if you're not over someone when you start dating again, then you're going to have these leftover feelings and emotional baggage from the other person, and the one you're in a relationship right now is gonna have a bunch of baggage to go through with you, and that's not fair to them. You're probably gonna leave them questioning how you feel for them, and it's just not fair. I mean, you shouldn't make the person you're with question how you feel for them when you're not moved on from this other person. Am I making any sense? It's just not fair to me. The same thing can be applied for the whole thing that's going on in Miraculous right now, which by the way I'm a whole bunch of confused for when it comes to season 4. You know, the situation in Miraculous is a whole lot of times worse because Luca, he is aware of the fact that Marinette still has feelings for Adrian and that she is just using Luca as option 2. I mean that, like, have some more self-respect for yourself, man. I ship Adrian and Marinette together. I want them to be together, yes, and I'm not saying that I don't like Luca and Kagami, but I am just saying that to me it's not fair that Adrian and Marinette are using Luca and Kagami as placeholders for their initial feelings for each other. That's basically what I think would happen if you start dating before you have moved on from someone else. Wow, this got off track real fast. Okay. But another point that I was gonna get to was in the last episode too. Retsuko also, after that attack, it traumatizes her obviously, and she kind of shuts down. And she was scared of the world. But then Haida and her friends drag her out of her room, and Haida brings her to the karaoke bar to talk to her and tell him how he feels again, and basically saying, hey, like, just don't, he was just saying don't give up. And I feel like some people are debating on this point too of whether or not he did the right thing. I personally think that he did do the right thing. I'm Team Haida. Okay, Team Haida all the way. I personally think he did the right thing because if he didn't pull Retsuko out of her room, then she would have completely shut down and cut herself off from everyone. And while he wasn't trying to tell her to get over her trauma and forget about what happened, that's obviously not what he was trying to say. He was just trying to tell her and to remind her, hey, don't give up on yourself. Doing this is gonna just give in to what this guy was trying to tell you. This is what he wanted from you. That's all he was saying. Sometimes when you're in those kinds of situations, it's good to have someone to help pull you out of that state, or at the very least just help you guide through it. And that's what I think that Haida was trying to do. He was just trying to help pull her out of that state, because sometimes you need an outside perspective to ground you back down to earth. I personally ship Haida and Retsuko together. I think that they would have been a sweet couple. The end of season 3 just leaves you on a cliffhanger with where their relationship is right now. But I mean, what I like to think is that they're going steady. That's what I'm hoping. What I really don't want is for Retsuko's character arc to just be thrown out the window, because I feel like in season 3 she went through a very significant change. Did I just call her? I don't know if I just called her Aggretsuko again. I don't know if they're gonna go with that change in season 4. I hope they do, because something that Sister Dearest and I noticed while we were watching the show together was that she doesn't make a lot of choices for herself. and she's been learning how to do that throughout this whole show. And I feel like in season 3 she made that most significant one to make choices for herself, because in the other 2 seasons she was making choices for herself, but more so in relationships. In season 3 she was more so taking control of her own life. And that's a really strong character arc that I hope they don't throw away. And I'm gonna go off the rails again, but for Miraculous season 4, I am all kinds of confused with what I'm seeing. But nobody tell me anything. I want to find out for myself. But the Shanghai special, I saw in the synopsis that Marinette was gonna go to Shanghai to visit a relative to get close to Adrian. And now I'm seeing a bunch of clips for season 4, and it looks like she and Luca are dating, and I am all kinds of confused because in the New York special, she admitted to herself that she loved Adrian. She was done being in denial that she didn't like Adrian anymore. She was done being in denial, and now I'm seeing these clips for season 4, and it's as if the New York special didn't even happen. I hate it when that kind of stuff happens, when someone goes through this whole change and by the next thing it's like, what change? I never went through this change. I mean it's just well, that's all I have for you guys right now. Once again, I am really sorry for this poorly crafted video. I honestly have a lot of ideas for this channel. Some of those videos are obviously me sharing my thoughts on some fandoms that I like and some things that I've seen. The good thing about recording a video is that you can just have those recorded things on shelves, you know, like you record this and you put it on a shelf and you can get back to later. Because right now, like I said, I'm at a point where I'm super busy that I can't actually sit down or write a script or draw anything. I really want to improve on my style and quality of these videos. I'm using Audacity to record my audio, and I don't know if you can tell, but I'm still not entirely sure how to use it. I'm just doing my best with what I have and trying to improve myself as I go along. I hope you guys enjoyed this weird podcast-like video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Maybe share it with your friends, and let me know your thoughts about what I shared in the comments. And with that, I'll be in the fandom zone. Bye!